I want to talk about patriotism and Halo. If you've seen this advertisement, you probably know where I'm going to go with this. If you're unfamiliar with Halo, this video is going to be for you. I'm going to explain what this means and why I don't find it very cute. Hopefully this reaches people that I personally know, because I share a lot of really good memories with Halo. I grew up with it, made a lot of really good friends, played a lot of LAN, played the story mode over and over and over again. I know a lot about it. Great memories, which is why I find it absolutely disgusting when I see the government using Halo as a means to recruit. And this isn't a innocent recruiting ad. This is why the context of what this means is important. Because for somebody who's played Halo, this looks like Nazi garbage. So here's why. Halo starts off, you're playing a super soldier, defending the last remnants of humanity, as it is fighting off an alien civilization called the Covenant. As humanity is kind of fleeing in space, humanity encounters these massive structures called halos. All right, big rings, and on the inside of the ring is a environment that you can actually land on. Humanity fleeing the Covenant lands on Halo. The Covenant follow suit and land on this giant ring. That is your environment for this game world, and it's a really striking visual when you see it on the kind of the horizon, seeing the whole environment arc upwards. It's really cool. Now, as you're fighting the Covenant to try to survive on this ring, about halfway through the game, something happens. This is a spoiler, so if you haven't played it, after 25 years, get to it. About halfway through the game, the narrative shifts, and it turns from sci-fi shooter into horror game, because you encounter the Flood. The Halo rings, as is revealed, were actually massive weapons used to destroy all life in the galaxy to eradicate the Flood, a galaxy-eating parasite. The Flood attacks you, the player, and all the other creatures in the game. All the aliens are just as under threat by the Flood as humanity is, and so it turns it from a two-way war into a three-way war. And that's where ICE comes in with this advertisement. It is attempting to cast human beings as equivalent to a parasitic organism, to fight it off, to purge it with violence. Because when you're playing Halo, you do it with guns. And even in that image that ICE is using on the back of the Warthog all-terrain vehicle with a chain gun on the back to fight the Flood, they're talking about human beings. And if you think they're only talking about immigrants, you haven't been paying attention. We have been here before. The use of dehumanizing language, especially when it's couched in a joke, it's hidden like a dog whistle that only a certain number of people will understand. What the government now is attempting to do is groom children, is to groom a next generation of people, of young men primarily, who are familiar with these games, to then replicate this dehumanizing language, to start seeing their fellow humans like a disease, like a parasite, like an invasion. And ICE is portraying that as the only solution. It's violence. I really miss my childhood, those moments playing Halo. I wonder how many people that I grew up with see it the way I see it, or if they would just view me like the Flood.